Welcome back, Cole.
It's good to be in my own house.
Yeah, well, it's good to be back here. You're so bad with the words. How you feeling?
I'm better. I was sick for like 2 weeks straight though. I mean, yeah. There was one day where like I wanted to go to the ER so bad. I think I texted you that day, and I was like I might go to the hospital. Like, And then I had some eggs and I was fine.
Well,
I swear to God, I'm not even
it's
kidding.
really funny.
Yeah.
No, because I got a text after, because I said, how you feeling? And I got a text after, and it said, like, Cole was like, oh, I almost went to the hospital today. I'm like, oh, why? What happened? He's like, I was just like, I couldn't stand up. I kept throwing up and everything.
Well, everything I ate.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Everything I ate, I kept throwing up.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly. I mean? So then he texts me. He goes, "Yeah, my mom told me to text you to see what to do." And I'm like, Peter's not a doctor, but I'm honored. To do that.
Well, because I figured if I texted you, you would have maybe texted Brianna and asked.
That's what I ended up doing.
Yeah.
Easily distracted.
Dibs. What the f?
Welcome to Easily Distracted.
That's all right.
Yeah, so I learned this past week that Cole sucks at words with friends.
Oh, dude. The worst. Is that how you really wanted to start off with that? Yeah, I knew you did. I knew that was what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not the best. I just get so mad because, like, I'll put in, like, a genius word, like amphibian. I'm lying. I made up words. I made them up, like Z. But, like, Z-E-E. Like,
Cole thinks I'm hacking, and then he comes up with words like Z. Like, I'll say, like, a word like around, and, like, he'll be like, you're making up words. And then he'll put, like, Z or a crane.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're not that good at Pong. The iMessage Pong.
No, I'm not.
No, it's not surprising.
No, he's the worst.
Yeah, I don't get mad about it.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
probably
you hyped yourself up really hard. You were like,
I did. Yeah,
I'm such a god. Like,
I'm a god.
I was like, all right. I
Yeah.
beat him like 3 times, and I was like, I thought you were a god. Like,
Yeah, really. And then he said, play your word.
Yeah.
All right, so technically yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're double recording. And this is gonna come out Tuesday. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, Joseph.
So I looked up like what started Valentine's Day, like why do we celebrate it? And it's the Romans had a festival called Lupercalia in the middle of February, officially the start of the springtime, and it's basically off of Saint Valentine, the Roman saint, and he secretly married couples to spare the men from going to war, cementing Valentine's Day as a lover's holiday.
So I'm not sure.
So what he would do was, like, someone wanted to get married, so before they went off to war, he would just marry the couple, so then the men didn't have to go off to war.
It's horrible.
So that's why it's like a lover's holiday.
So stupid.
I mean,
I haven't celebrated this. This is the only year I've celebrated this holiday. Isn't that besides like with my mom? But like,
yeah.
No, really, yeah. Like my mom would like buy me chocolates, and I'm like, oh, I'm alone. No, but this year, like I actually celebrated. Like it was nice.
Yeah, I mean, but like our mom always gets us something. Like she's always gonna get us chocolates too and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure my mom still will, even though you know.
But I mean, I'm working tomorrow, so I'm not even like. I mean, I'm going to Breeze after this, but so we'll probably celebrate it right now. But anyway, I hate New England weather.
Yeah. You sound like me now, dude.
Well, you know how many times you said New England?
I had people message me because you have to like just let people know where you're from. I guess. Like I'm not gonna say like
I was in a real New England mood there.
Yeah, well, because
you say
know,
that a lot,
someone texted me and they were like, "Why do you act like you're not from here?" And I'm like, "Dude, I never said I wasn't from here. Like I just say like." You know, like I feel like people know what I'm talking about when I say stuff like that.
Yeah, I was in a New England rush.
Yeah,
we were talking about the from the clip. But anyway, so yesterday it was 60 degrees outside. Beautiful. I was wearing shorts and like a t-shirt.
It was great. Yeah,
it's snowing right now.
Oh yeah. There's probably about 2 inches of snow.
It's like now. Are you like? What's your ideal weather?
I'd say 80s.
80s?
Yeah, I like 80s. Like, Well, it depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm like riding, like I just bought the bike, so if I'm like riding the bike, like 80s is fire. Like I love 80s, but
Yeah.
like if it's like just if it's spring, 60, 65.
Yeah, like last night for me, or yesterday for me, that was like
it
my
was
perfect weather.
Yeah, it was perfect.
What about for you, Joe?
I was gonna say the same thing. So.
Well, because it's like, I mean, do you know anyone that likes the cold weather?
It's funny. Like my mom, she doesn't love it, but like she hates the summer, like the hot weather.
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
like
I
it.
hate the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Really?
hate this. No, I don't hate it, but like
Oh.
if it's like, I just hate sweating.
Oh yeah, I love it, dude.
You love
After
sweating?
a long night of drinking and just like letting out all like that, like those toxins in your body, that doesn't feel good to you.
I don't really. I'm just more like gross. I'm sweating right now.
Just take a shower, jump in a pool.
Yeah,
We don't have a pool.
Yeah, we don't have a pool.
Take a shower.
Can I come jump in your pool?
Yeah, I don't care. For people who don't know, we live right up the street. From
Yeah,
here.
no, it's like we always we're like, oh my god, it's such a far distance. People are probably like, oh my god, they have to go to Cole's house to record. It's like we're 30 seconds.
Yeah,
down the
no,
street.
it's
Not
it's
even.
right up the street.
But well, because like I don't know, I don't think like I'm talking like people that are like it's 20 degrees outside and there's a foot of snow on the ground. That's their jam right there.
Well, yeah, because that like signifies like not having to do anything. Do you know what I mean? And I'm all for that. Don't get me wrong, like I'm all for that because I get stuff done around here that I need to do because I have no reason to go outside, and I feel like that's a lot of people's mindset when it comes to what I mean, like when it comes to that. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think like if it's like really really hot out. So like it's weird. In the summer, I'm always ready for it to get cold. But like in the winter, I'm always ready for it to get warm. But that's why I like spring, because spring it's like 60s, 70s. I
Yeah.
can still rock, a t-shirt and like a sweatshirt when it gets a little bit colder at night. Like it's like the perfect like having like a bonfire or something like that. Oh, this is something I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Top 3 favorite smells.
this basement smells pretty fucking good right now. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree.
Oh, well, you can't say a basement, Cole. They don't
Well,
know.
no. But
Well, Joe,
yeah.
you came down here and you had said, "Oh, it smells like bubble gum," and I
It
said,
smells like the bubble, like the toothpaste from like the dentist, like that type of bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, my house always smells really good.
Yeah, it does.
It's
It does.
always been like that. Like even my sweatshirts and shit, like
Yeah.
always smell good.
That Aristide sweatshirt that you gave me, Cole had a merch line for a small short of time.
Yeah,
There's only
only two
sweatshirts
ever
in
made. Yeah, I
Uh,
think I have one of them, and you
yeah,
have the
and
other.
then I have the other one. Yeah, because I paid you for it. Because I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna go out. And
I'm
Yeah.
still waiting for mine. I asked for one.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
sorry.
just discontinued
We
it.
went out of business.
Yeah. well, because your middle name's Aristides, but your music name used to be Aristides
Right.
too.
That's the record label name now.
Making up like you own a big record label.
It's no, just for me. I don't,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like because I was like, I'm not gonna put it under Colmore because that would be dumb. So I was like, put it under, I was
Yeah,
like, let me just do that. I
Aristides.
think that would be really
yeah.
cool.
No,
So-
no, it's dope.
Yeah.
Your name on my phone is still Aristides.
And it was on Netflix too for a while, but I think you changed it. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Hulu.
on Hulu. Yeah, I changed it. But no, like, so favorite smells, right? So people say like fire, like a campfire,
Yeah.
like a fireplace. I love that smell. Just like I mean, we're from,
New England.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
from New England. But no, we're from like I didn't want to say New England.
That's
but,
okay.
like,
Yeah.
we're from like, a small wooded like town in like Massachusetts. Like having like a fire and going over to your friend's house and having a fire, like that's what we did when we were like in high school and
It's
stuff.
all
I
we did.
still, yeah.
Yeah, that's all we did.
I still do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it just reminds me of that kind of stuff, And then there's like, I don't know, some people like the smell of tennis balls. Like when you crack.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, when you crack open a new case of tennis balls.
Yeah.
I don't play tennis, so I wouldn't know.
Do you guys like the smell of like of cigarettes? Like people smoking cigarettes?
No.
Oh, I love that.
Are you joking?
No, I'm dead
It
serious.
smells like cancer.
Yeah.
Not
It's just like,
does cancer have a smell?
yeah,
Well, cigarettes do.
No, but it's like, I don't know. I can't. Maybe it's because like when I was a plumber, everyone smoked cigarettes on the job.
Well, you have a bad memory to it.
I mean, I don't really have a good memory associated with the cigarette.
No, but like if you're around certain people that you like, certain loved ones, and like they smoke, like when I smelled cigarette smoke, like it reminds me of them. Like it's like, does that you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
yeah, good. I guess we could say that for like a cigar or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
cigars,
no,
yeah.
same thing. Gasoline, but like I mean, I go to.
Yeah, gasoline's a big one.
Yeah.
Like people love the smell of gasoline.
Did you guys ever see that girl on like My Weird Obsession or whatever, My Strange Addiction?
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to drink gasoline,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
gallons of gas. Like, dude,
How much of that show is real?
Peter, that was 100% real. I guarantee.
You think
it.
so?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll look it up. But okay, so I have.
Oh yeah, the cool kid with the laptop now.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it last time because I can just look stuff up other than us having like.
If anything, I think it would be me that should have it because I have this open. Like,
Yeah,
you
well-
look so crammed in over there. Like, it's
But
like,
Peter's job is the research, so it's
Yeah,
like-
that's a
exactly,
good point too.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, exactly.
The
I'm not
number
gonna-
one, I'm just gonna look this up, but the number one best smell is cookies fresh out of the oven. I mean, I can't argue with that.
It's close.
With what? Cigarettes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So like, you would rather smell a cigarette than a freshly baked cookie?
Not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that it's.
That is kind of what you're saying.
No. I'm just saying when I smell cigarette smoke, I'm just like, it's good.
All right, it says, despite the title of the show, few of the show's subjects have what would medically be classified as true addiction, neither conventional, substance-related, nor behavioral. Rather, the cause of the behavior varies and may include a variety of psychiatric diagnoses. Oh, I guess it is true. Yeah, My Strange Addiction proves to be true. So it's real stuff.
I'm just so fascinated by you, Peter. You're just like an amazing creature.
Thank you. What about bacon? Do you like the smell of bacon?
Yeah.
I think my three.
How could you not? Well, vegans probably don't. I'm not a vegan, but like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean. I'm just making an assumption.
Yeah.
Any type of meat or anything.
Yeah, a lot of people like the new car smell.
Love that.
Oh
yeah,
definitely big time. I mean, there's no new bike smell.
It probably smells like tires, like rubber.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, not really.
Like fresh rubber, you know?
Yeah, kind of. I guess it's like anything really. Like if you get like a new,
There's oranges.
oranges.
Yeah, I hate
don't
the
like the
smell
smell
of
of
oranges.
I don't like oranges anyway.
I've never seen you eat a piece of fruit.
I'm allergic to a lot of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Why would I make that up?
Well, no, I'm just like
Yeah.
what?
Strawberries, apples, pears, plums, peaches. Like
Just citrus?
No, it's
Is apple
That's
citrus?
citrus.
No, it's not.
No, I think what it is
You
is
just named every fruit that doesn't have any citrus in it. And I just said citrus.
I think what it is the pesticide that they use
Oh.
for even like almonds, like peanuts. Same thing.
You're allergic to peanuts?
No, I'm allergic to the shit that
like,
they put
How
on it.
long have I-
So
I'm like, I've seen you eat like a Reese's.
So like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fresh peanut.
a fresh peanut, like
Oh
a natural peanut.
Is anyone still allergic to peanuts?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
know someone that's allergic to. You know exactly who I'm thinking of.
You can tell me
I know
later,
many
but-
people that.
I
are
mean,
allergic to
I know
peanuts.
plenty, but like I don't hear it as much anymore. It's just like, oh, I'm allergic to peanuts. I can't. And I work at a restaurant. Like everyone,
Yeah.
people usually tell me a lot. Like, oh, just letting you know, I'm allergic to peanuts, tree nuts, all that kind of stuff.
Have you ever had like a run-in with someone have a serious allergic reaction to any restaurant you've worked at, like ever?
Well, I've only worked at 2, and no.
Well, you were there for a while.
I mean, I've had like medical emergencies happen, but like
Anyone die?
no.
No.
We had in the same day 2 people had to go to the hospital though.
I remember
because
that.
It was like the middle of like a heat stroke and
Mhm.
like in some time in the summer.
Yep.
And one lady just like slammed her face on the table because she just passed out. We called the EMTs.
He's making me
Trying not to
laugh.
I know, but they're gonna hear.
was-
You're gonna hear.
It was the way that you said it.
Yeah.
Slammed her face on the table.
So she.
Drunk out of her mind.
No, she wasn't drunk or anything like that. But there was a doctor sitting at another table, so she was helping. He was helping her out, and then the EMTs came, got her, brought her out, and then there was another table upstairs, and they were leaving, but the guy had like a walker, so we got on the elevator to go down, and then like as soon this is terrible. I hope he's okay, but he got down the stairs and he got down the elevator and I saw he needed to like sit down when he was waiting for the elevator. So I'm like, okay.
Wait, elevator?
Like, yeah, we have like a service elevator for like handicapped so people can go upstairs.
Are you talking about?
Yeah, the one I'm currently working at.
Oh, okay, all right. I wasn't sure. I was like, what the?
But so I'm like, I'm gonna go meet him downstairs. He was with like his son or something like that in the elevator, and then I get downstairs as the door's opening, and he's like on the ground in the elevator.
Oh,
he passed out too.
Yeah.
So we got him like a chair, and we got him like walked over. The EMTs had just left the parking lot, and they had to come right back around and like to check on him. But that was probably like I've never had anyone have like a serious. I've never seen anyone have a serious allergic reaction anyway. Like no one's like I've never had to like administer like an. I've seen anyone administer like an EpiPen or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. There was one time I was young. I was when I used to go to church like every Sunday. I was at church one day and there was this old lady and she just like had I don't know if it was heat stroke and I remember thinking when I walked in, oh my God, like really hot, like and I'm sorry I keep doing that by the way. I'm
okay.
I'm still like kind of
close
sick.
to COVID. And we're all
Yeah, right. I'm still a little bit sick. But she she like just collapsed. And and it freaked me out. You know what I mean? I was telling my mom like, oh my God, we need to go. She's like, no, we're staying. I was like, fuck, I can't get out of church.
Tonight's the Super Bowl too.
Mm-hmm.
You watching it? Well,
yeah,
obviously you guys are watching it. I'm probably not gonna watch it. I'm not a ball sport guy.
No. Well, you're not what kind of sport guy are you?
I like the UFC. I really like the UFC.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like MMA and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really like that.
Did you play sports growing up?
Yeah. I played. I was super good at baseball.
Really?
Super good at baseball. Yep. I played basketball for like half a year. I played soccer for 2 years. The only sport I never played was football. Never played football.
I never did football.
I wish I did a little bit. I just, but I was so good at baseball, dude.
How old were you when you stopped?
I want to say I was in. Oh, dude, it's hard to remember. It was a while ago.
Was it like middle school? Did you play baseball?
Yeah,
stuff?
I played in middle school. Yeah. It was like middle school.
Why did you stop?
I can't really remember that
you
either.
Just got sick of it?
Yeah, I just like I think I started doing like Kempo or something, which is like a form of martial arts, and then from there.
You did karate when we were kids.
I did, yeah. That was what I did after baseball.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got into music, and I quit that too. Not music, I quit. I quit.
Retiring.
Yeah, no. Yeah, guys, I had my first GIF made of me. The other
saw
day.
that. Yeah,
dude. Wicked funny. I was so oh my God, it made my day. I officially made it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually gonna have Elijah on. We're having him here next week, but he won't be on until I think the first episode in March.
Right.
I think that's how it's supposed to work out. But so we're excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
We're gonna have our very first guest, so that's gonna
be very nice.
Yeah. No, it'll be the March 1st. It'll be the first episode in March. So, yeah, I honestly, it's just like, here's our thing with guests, right? Because we have friends all the time. Because I was just talking about this yesterday. We have friends all the time. They're like, oh, get me on the podcast.
I get one person a day asking me.
Yeah. So, here's my thing. This is for everyone.
Sorry.
Here's my thing about guests. It's like, as soon as we let one friend get on the podcast,
everybody's gonna.
The floodgate opens.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't I be on the podcast?
So
why can't I be on the podcast?
Yeah. So no to any friends.
Yeah. Just stop asking.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do it.
No, I totally agree. Unless you have something to sponsor.
Yeah. It's
or,
like like Elijah. He'll be on. We're gonna promote his music.
Right.
Like if you have nothing to promote when you come on the podcast, we're not gonna have you on the podcast.
You're not just gonna come on here and make a fool out of yourself and just show.
Yeah, that's our job.
Right.
Take all that kind of.
Yeah,
credit.
Exactly. So no, I agree 100%.
Yeah, but so anyway, with the Super Bowl coming up, and me and Joe talked last week about Tom Brady, being in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Well, so many times, and he retired officially last week and stuff.
Well, do you think that? Oh, sorry. Do you think he's gonna like sign like one of those 1-game contracts so he can like retire on the Patriots? Like, what do you think or is he just done?
I hope so. but that's just coming from like a Pats fan. Like
That
I
would be
hope
a
he
sin
does.
for him
Yeah.
not to, though. You know what I mean? Like,
If he does that, it's like, I don't know, because we talked last week about how he didn't put anything in like his like retirement post about the Patriots, and like if he did that, I feel like a lot of people would like forgive. I mean, we don't owe him anything.
he doesn't.
though.
Yeah, he doesn't owe us anything.
Yeah.
Like, and he doesn't care what we think.
No,
about him.
no.
Like,
Well,
You
what I said before was that one, he did say goodbye to us when he went to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
One, but two, he also kind of left on kind of bad terms. So we're told, sort of
Yeah,
bad
with
terms.
Billy and Kraft.
Yeah. So
Billy and Bob.
he, it's up in the air right now, I guess.
yeah.
I'm just so you're not into any sports other than MMA. Like you wouldn't like to watch a football game. Have you ever been to a sporting event?
Yeah, when I was younger, definitely.
Dude, I think it's like one of the best. Like just going to like live sporting events and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's boring for me.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
super
It's
boring,
different. Like, I mean, we're going to a hockey game in like a month.
Yeah.
I don't watch hockey,
Yeah.
but it's just like Bruins games are just like. I mean, it's gonna be my first Bruins game, but oh my god, can I tell the story about when I was supposed to go to Game 7 with you of the Bruins?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna go to Game 7. So Joe was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy tickets to Game 7 of the Bruins." I was still working at Chili's, and I was supposed to be working. He's like, "Try to get it off," and so I called work, and I'm like, "Hey, like I'm gonna get tickets to the Bruins game tonight. Like, can I not come in?" And they're like, "No, we need you."
Really?
Yeah, because like I was the one that always got like the big parties.
Yeah.
So they had like a party like 25 coming in. They're like, "No, we need you." I'm like, "Dude, it's Game 7 of the Bruins. Like, just give me the night off."
Right.
And they're like, "No, we're not. That's not happening." You ended up going by yourself.
Yeah. I went
He
by myself.
upgraded to like, you were right behind the glass.
Gave myself a treat
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
because
I-
he just spent what would be worth 2 tickets just for
on
himself.
one ticket.
Yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
and I went to work and I had spoken to my general manager on the phone. And I told my manager about it, and he's like, "Oh, I just wouldn't have come in."
Well, that's
And
what I
just,
would
like-
have done
and
too.
just like
you
shot
know,
a
and
text
yeah,
on my
yeah.
way over, like, "Hey, I'm not coming in. I got
I would have
tickets."
taken the consequences after I got back, and I just would have been like, I spent the money, like I'm going. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
It's like a concert. Like if you pay for the tickets and they don't let you take the day off, well, guess what? I'm still gonna go to that
Yeah, because
concert.
I paid for the ticket to go to the concert. I feel like everyone has like a little bit of OCD. I mean, there's like clinical people are medicated for their OCD and stuff
Right.
like that. But like, what are some things like? Is it just like when it comes to music? I mean, I feel like you're more of a perfectionist.
Colors are a big thing for me. Colors, like, yeah, because like everything is color coded with what I do.
Okay.
So I'm a big OCD weirdo about that. Not OCD, but like, if there's a color I don't like if I can see when the take starts. Like if I'm doing a live take, and I see that the color's like brown, I'm like, I'm not gonna get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then if it's like red or something, I'm like, this is the one. Like, it's really weird, but
Oh, we're gonna get into superstitions after the break too.
definitely, yeah,
Because I have a list of those. But anyway, yeah, let's just take a break now.
yeah, that's fine. All right, cool.
So the nonprofit of this week is going to be Crystal Springs. Crystal Springs, which is based in Sonnet, Massachusetts, is a nonprofit organization that has provided a nurturing environment where all feel recognized and valued for more than 50 years. The goal is to empower and support every child and adult in reaching his or her fullest potential and greatest level of independence. They provide specialized educational, therapeutic, and residential services to each person living and learning within the Crystal Springs community. They recognize that all have unique gifts and their desire to achieve and contribute to the world. Through Giving Tuesday, you can help out Crystal Springs by donating to their cause. No matter how much you donate, your gift is guaranteed to make a difference in the life of a deserving child or adult who lives and learns through Crystal Springs. This is a really important one, I think, because they work with disabled children and adults. When I was in middle school and high school, I worked with the Best Buddies program, and I think that's also an awesome cause because, no matter how you were brought into the world, you can still make a difference, and I think that their message is very clear within that. So for more information on how to donate, you can go to crystalspringsinc.org/donate now, or if you just want more information, you can go to crystalspringsinc.org. All of the links will be in the descriptions of the audio and YouTube video. So thank you, Crystal Springs, for all that you do. And we're back. So we're gonna be going over superstitions. Are you guys superstitious?
A little bit. Some
Like,
things.
Yeah. Like, I thought about this because there was an episode of Modern Family where Phil, he like kicked up his underwear whenever he was taking a shower. He would kick up his underwear, and if he caught it, he'd have a good day, and if he dropped it, he would have a bad day.
Wow. Yeah.
And like it
that's
always
funny.
just worked out like
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna
So
start doing that.
anyway, so I have some of those popular superstitions right here. I'm gonna be going over a couple of those. Gonna be going over some of our own. But so the first one is walking under ladders.
No, never.
Yeah, I don't ever.
Well, first of all, pointless.
Yeah, it's just like
Why would you do that?
just go around.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
not that hard.
Yeah.
So the origin of why that's a superstition is many ancient religions and mythologies believe that the triangle is a symbol for life. Since an open ladder forms a triangle, walking through the triangle tempts the fates.
No way.
So like if you walk through it, you're breaking
Life.
you're breaking life. You're disrupting your life. You know what I mean? So
Interesting.
yeah, I just think it's just bad luck. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, a black cat crossing and, stuff like that. But, I mean, when I was like a plumber, I never walked under a ladder. If there was like an open ladder, I would find a way to go around the ladder.
Of course. Yeah.
Like,
Like I
just
said,
can't.
pointless.
Yeah,
Stupid.
exactly. A lot of people, I know when I'm driving, I'm superstitious. Like, say I'm at an intersection, I go through a green light, and like, or if like I don't beat the yellow light and I go through it and it turns like yellow immediately behind me, just for some reason, I think I'm just gonna have like a terrible day after that.
Interesting.
Or like, it's weird stuff.
As you were saying.
It's just weird things. Like it's like it's like if say I'm playing like a video game or something, right? And I'm like, if I don't beat this level right now, like I'm like never gonna like
Amount to anything.
in my entire life. Or like people are like, I can't go to bed until I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like people do that with TV shows. Like, oh, I gotta watch like one more episode of. Or if I end up watching one more episode, like I'm never gonna sleep tonight. I'm just not gonna fall asleep and stuff like that. Like I'll do that sometimes. Another one. This is one that I do: salt over your shoulder. Like if you drop salt, you gotta take it and throw it over your shoulder. Because I'll drop salt at the restaurant all the time, and I'm like, oh, gotta take that.
When I drop salt, I do the salt thing.
So it's since salt has historically often been a valuable resource and even used as money, it's thought that spilling it attracts evil spirits who want to steal from you, and alternately, tossing it over your shoulder wards them off.
Where was it used as money?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
but
that's why I asked it.
Coming in with the good questions, but I think it's just because it was like, I don't know, people traded, like, money's dumb. It's just paper. It's just that's just like you're trading paper for another object.
Well, no, now you have like, cryptocurrency and stuff.
Dumb.
Why do we always bring that up?
Yeah, we always
Sorry.
do. We always end up bringing it up.
Yeah.
But it's just
Well, no,
like-
because it's a part of life now. You know what I mean?
it's
It's not like
huge.
something that's
It's huge.
uncommon anymore. Like now, it's so funny because people are saying like crypto is out, NFTs are in. But we don't even have to get into that. I'm just
so
making
dumb.
a
I don't get it. Just paying for a fucking cartoon. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
It was used among the nomads of Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell a funny story?
Go ahead.
Actually,
Yeah.
in middle school, 5th grade, we had a project where we had to make up a country. You know where I'm going with this. And we had to make up a country, and we had to figure out the name, the citizens.
Yeah.
everyone had
Everything.
to-
Yeah. All the details.
Everyone had these really, funny names. Go put Ethiopia. He thought he made it up.
You said that was 5th grade, right?
Yeah, it was fifth grade. And I'm like, I thought you had made it up too, because I didn't know. I was in 5th grade. I didn't know what Ethiopia was, and I found like we were learning about it in like it was like geography class, and it was like, oh, Ethiopia, and I texted home like, yo, you made a country in Africa. But I just thought it was funny. 'Cause you're like, wait, what? It's real. So salt helped eliminate dependence on seasonal availability of food and made it possible to transport food over large distances. So, but it was difficult to obtain, so it was a high value trade item. But it's like back in the day, people used to like trade like, sugar for livestock, and it was just that was just how it worked.
Yeah.
But now it's like we have, money and all that. But
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, you just got a bike.
Yeah.
How many bikes have you had?
I'm counting for the people who aren't watching. I think 8.
8?
Yeah, I think 8.
Why so many different bikes?
I don't know, man. I'm just like a weird guy, I guess. I don't really know.
Well, because I saw the new bike because you just got it like last week, and I'm like,
last night, actually.
Last night,
yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's gonna not.
It's
be
gonna
here
be gone in 2 weeks. No, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm just like a weird like guy. Like if I'm like a perfectionist or you know what I am? I'm very impulsive. Like as are you. I've known you for a while, so like and like we both have that in common, and like we're both very impulsive with things. But I'm super impulsive about bikes.
Yeah.
But this one's really nice, so I hope I keep this one. But what the fuck were we talking about before this? I wanted
Superstitions.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up. Okay, so you reminded me with the bike thing. I do the same thing when I hop on planes too. Every time I hop on my bike or hop on a plane, if it's going down the the runway, and me going down my driveway on my bike, I always. Yeah. Every time. I don't, you know what I mean? Like
if
I always
you don't,
do
you're like, I will die.
I'm flirting with death right now.
Yeah,
like, even on a plane.
Bikes are super dangerous.
Of course, yeah.
So
yeah, I've had like, I haven't had any like super close calls, but like, I've been riding and like a buddy of mine has, like gone down and
that's one of the reasons why you sold your bike was because
that was one of the and I was just like I don't know if it's really worth it, and like because the first like few weeks that's all I could think about when I was riding, and like then I got another one and we started riding again, and he's fine, and
he's good now.
He actually listens to this, and he listens to this podcast, critiques me all the time.
Get on here.
Yeah.
So the next one is, I know you're big on this, knocking on wood.
Yeah. I do that too.
Like our mom's huge on that.
Where did that come from? What was that like?
If you say good things or things are going good, it jinxes it. Knocking on wood reverses or deletes that. The belief comes from times when certain religions believed that gods lived in the trees. They'd knock once, ask for their favor, and then knock again and ask as a sign of gratitude.
Wow. I never knew that. So at first it was a religion thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to tell my dad. My dad will get a kick out of that. I don't think he knew that either. That's really cool.
It's always like, like I said, our mom's huge on that. You say something, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I won't say certain things because I'm afraid I'm going to jinx it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if something's going well, I'm never going to say, like, oh, wow, this is going, like, really well right now.
Yeah,
because I'm like, well, now it's just going to all go to shit.
Yeah.
So.
It was so funny because in high school, like, if I ever, like met a girl or something and, like, my mom would ask me, like, how they were doing, I'm like, no, stop. Like, you're going to ruin it. And, like, and she knows now not to ask me anymore because I really feel that way of, like, if she's asking me and I say it's going good, it's gone, and so now she doesn't ask me anymore,
Yeah. Joe, what about when we were in high school and like before like a track meet and stuff like that? Because a lot of people do it before like sports and stuff like that. Like they have to like do a certain amount of sprints up and down, or like a pre-meal, like a pre-meet meal or something like that. Because I
didn't have anything.
You used to like. Well, because we ran, so it was like carb loading was huge.
Mm-hmm.
So like
but that wasn't really a superstition. That was more
kind of like carb loading and stuff. Like we'd have like a pound of pasta, but the night before and stuff. Like cook up like a huge pot of it and just kill it. Throw some Parmesan cheese on it.
Interesting.
And just eat it all.
Yeah. One thing that I would do if I ever did track or anything like that, or like baseball, like say I did baseball, right? Like, now because I didn't think of this when I was little. What I would do is if I ever like was in the dugout or like I was up to bat or something, I would take like a thing of sand, like a handful of sand, and put it in my pocket, and then when I like got home or something, like I would put it in like a jar and like label it what I, you know what I mean? Like I just think that would be really cool.
yeah.
And like if I was running, like I would like pick up a grass and like you know
pick up a grass.
no, pick up grass plural. Yeah, grasses, grass eye.
I mean, I used to because I used to do the high jump, and I used to before you go for the jump, I used to lean back and forth I think 3 times, and if I didn't do it 3 times, my jump would be completely off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because in the back of my head, I'd be like, no, this is I'd go and be like, didn't do it right.
Yeah.
And
that's funny though.
Yeah, it's all about the takeoff and stuff like that. But, I mean, I haven't ran in so long, dude. It's bad. It's crazy. I ran for 5 years, and then I just haven't really run much. Well, because I messed up. I still have an injured hip and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. We talked about this a couple months ago. Because you were telling me you were gonna start running, and it was when I just started going to a gym, and I was like, oh, I feel really great, and then everything picked up, and I got so busy, and I can't go, I don't have time, but
yeah, it's I can't. I've torn my IT band twice. Completely tore it.
Yeah.
So now, and it was never properly fixed, So it was kind of if I go out on a run and I run more than half a mile, it just starts pulling on it, and I can't, because I don't want to tear it for a third time, because that's just bad.
Yeah.
I sprained I want to bring this up. I've sprained both of my ankles 10 times each.
10 times each?
10 times each ankle.
Have you ever sprained anything, broken anything? Yeah?
Yeah, not as much as he does, though.
No, yeah, he's fucking Evil Knievel. But
can you tell the story of how you broke your clavicle?
I would love to hear this.
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
Joe almost broke his jaw on here one time. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah. That was just like Brianna tearing her meniscus just by standing up on from the couch.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so 4th grade, we had a snow day. So a bunch of kids went over our family friend's house, our neighbor's house too, and we were playing football, snow football, and there were girls playing. They were high school girls, okay?
Yeah,
I was in 4th grade. We were playing tackle football. And so one of the girls had the ball, and our friend Zach was tackling her, but I was tackling her from behind. And so we both fell down, and she landed right on my shoulder.
Oh,
just
no.
Shattered your clavicle. I was in the basement of the house playing Space Jam on the PS2.
Very nice.
And
Very
I'm
nice.
my mom's like, Peter, we're leaving. And I'm like, why? Because Joe just broke his shoulder.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
not fun.
But yeah, we've had a kid break his arm at our house, but I've never really I've broken my arm. You saw me break my arm.
Well, I was there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched you do it. Yeah.
Because our friend Tyler, we went to his house because he had a pool. He had a nice pool and stuff like that. So I'd be there every day that summer. And then one day I got there, we're going to go in the pool. And my dad was on me for wearing my gym shorts and jumping, swimming in those. So he's like, no, you got to come home and change into a bathing suit and stuff. You keep ruining your shorts. I'm like, okay. So I rode my bike home. You were riding your bike up the hill,
right,
or up the driveway.
I had just gotten there. Yeah.
Yeah. So he has a very long driveway, and it's turny and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like a snake. Just
yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm taking one of the turns, and I hit the brakes on the bike. A bicycle, by the way. We weren't this was 8th grade, and my front tire shifted when I just slid on the sand or something.
Yeah.
And I flipped over, and I whacked my head, and I knocked myself out, and my hand went into my armpit like this, and I fell on it full force like that, and it just shattered my. I had a compound fracture in my wrist, and I remember walking up and like this,
No, you had 2 elbows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was where my hand is right now.
Yeah.
It was down here. For the listeners, it's double my hand.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
It was just hanging down here.
Yeah.
And I walked up to Cole, and I was like this. I didn't react.
Well, it was very. It should have been a lot more of a reaction.
I had I don't know if it was just the adrenaline or something like that.
He was like, I think I broke my arm.
I'm like, it was. I feel like it was more casual than I just went up to Cole. I'm like, hey, I think I just broke my arm.
Yeah, and I look at it, and I have a weak stomach.
Cole gets squeamish about stuff. So like, I thought he was about to cry about it.
I turned green. I was like,
Cole almost threw up.
Well, dude, I mean, if you saw someone with 2 elbows, like, you'd be pretty grossed out,
well,
you know?
I was the one with the 2 elbows.
Dude, but one was going this way, the other one was going... It looked like you had, like,
that.
a Z for a hand, and I was like, ew, dude,
and
not for me.
So I went up to Cole, and I'm like, Cole, I think I just broke my arm.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
so then
it was nasty.
I went into the back. Tyler wasn't even home. Tyler was
we
golfing.
were just there, yeah.
Yeah, we just showed up.
That was usual, though.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Yeah, we were there all the time. Shout out Tyler's parents. I was gonna say their last name, but that's weird.
Yeah, no, it's probably not necessary.
But anyway, so then I go into the back, and I'm like, at this point I'm holding my arm up, so it kind of just looks like I dislocated my wrist. But because I'm just holding my arm up like this, like so it just wouldn't be like that. And I went up to Tyler's dad, and I said, "Hey, I'm pretty sure I just broke my arm, like riding my bike." And then
you were not that casual. I'm sorry.
I probably was freaking out,
way.
but I wasn't like.
No, he always explained it.
This.
He always explained it as he was being like, he's like, oh yeah, I just broke
a hero.
Well,
yeah, we've talked about this too.
But like, I don't think it was like I wasn't freaking out. I was like kind of like I just broke my arm.
At first.
When I got in the when my dad was bringing me to the hospital, I started like bugging.
Right,
because
the adrenaline
kind of wore off.
Yeah.
But like when I was like, "Hey, I just broke my arm," and then Tyler's mom is a nurse and she was inside, so we went inside and she's like, "No, it's just dislocated. It's just dislocated." She's like, "Let it go," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to let it go."
Yeah.
She's like, "You gotta let it go," and I let it go, and it fell all the way down.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So she made a sling out of a magazine and duct tape.
I remember.
And
yeah.
she wrapped it up. And then she called my dad. She's like, I'm going to bring him home. Just get in the car, get 2 pillows so we can rest it on.
Yeah.
So my dad's waiting for me. We went to the hospital. And when I got to the hospital, they put me on like IV, an IV or something. We were in the operating room when there was a Bruins game that started. And then I woke up when the Bruins game was over.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how I know how long it was. And then I went into the ER. My doctor Mom was in like New Hampshire at like one of Johnny
so she wasn't home.
Yeah,
okay,
Johnny had like a baseball tournament or something. So I had my fingers. So basically my doctor, the what's that, orthopedic? The guy who sets bones, is that an orthopedic surgeon?
Maybe.
But I'll look it up later. But so he had a big mustache.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a comical like
curly,
big mustache, curly, huge, bushy, and like I remember I got on all the machines and everything, and my dad takes a picture of me on all the machines. I hope I can find it, but my dad takes a picture of me on all the machines, and my doctor with the big mustache just gets in the picture and just goes like.
If we can find it, can we put it like right here? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, can we put it right over here?
Yeah, but so anyway, I'm not supposed to wake up in the middle of what they're doing, but I did.
Yeah.
So he's like setting my arm. I have my fingers in all these tubes, and I wake up, but I'm still like out of it, obviously, because I'm on IV, or not IV, obviously, that wouldn't knock you out. It's just, the sedative or whatever.
Right.
And so I'm waking up, and in my head, I'm bugging. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, all my fingers are on these tubes. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? And they're like, oh, just go back to sleep, go back to sleep. So I went, I fell back asleep, and I woke up again, and I'm being, like, stretchered. But they're just doing x-rays and stuff like that. So I'm being stretchered to a room, but I'm thinking that, like, something went wrong. So I'm like,
yeah.
sitting
Freaking
down.
out. Right.
But it's like, no, it's okay. So then they just took x-rays. Oh, when they took x-rays on my arm originally, the break was right here. I can't do anything. The guy's like, can you move your hand in like a karate chop position? I'm like, no.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
just try. So I pick my thumb up like this, and I go like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, just hold it there. Okay, now move your hand. And I'm like, and then
And
it just flopped
falls
back
off.
down. He's like, no,
Yeah.
you got to keep it. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
guy,
yeah.
I don't have any control of my hand right now. I
Yeah.
completely shattered my wrist. But I wake up like an hour after the surgery or whatever. I wake up and there's a guy. I'm coming in and out of it. There's a guy next to me. He's an old man. He's like, can I leave already? And the nurse is like, no, we need like a urine sample. And he's like, I don't have to pee. Like, I can't give you a urine sample. God damn it.
What was it for? Obviously, you didn't look at his record.
I didn't ask questions.
Yeah.
But so then I doze back off. I wake up and then I doze back off again. And then when I woke back up, there's an old man walking by my room in the ER. And he's holding a cup of urine. And I'm like, good for him. He can go home
He did
now.
it. Yeah.
But
Oh man, that's funny.
yeah. Now wait, I've heard this thing like if you break your clavicle, they don't like put it back together. I don't like there's because I mean you can't put it in a cast or anything like that because it's like on your it's right this is your
Well, no, you have to put your arm in the cast so your clavicle doesn't
well no
move.
it's just a sling though, right? Because you don't
Was it sling?
you didn't have
Sorry,
like a
yeah,
cast.
yeah. You have
Yeah,
to
it
put
was
it
a
in the
sling.
sling so it doesn't move, right?
Yeah.
But
It healed by itself, so.
Right.
They
yo,
didn't have
that
to do the
cast
surgery.
sucked.
Yeah. Smelled awful.
It smelled so well because I would use it, like we would like skateboard like ripstick because Tyler had a big mulch pile and I would use it to cover my fall.
Yeah.
To like break
yeah.
my fall, I would use my arm. And
Ripstick,
What a
hold on. Ripsticking.
yeah.
That was a thing.
ripstick.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Remember we would do like you were down the street more, but we would do like ripstick like races.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had like the big hill in our neighborhood.
Right.
And when we were waiting for the bus, everyone would bring their ripstick. And we would race down the hill. Tyler was a demon on that thing.
Yeah.
He like
Yeah. He'd fly.
but oh my god, ripsticks were so cool. Can we bring ripsticks back? Ripsticks sponsor the show.
You reminded me when you were talking about your broken arm. I sprained my ankle at Sky Zone one time. I don't know if you remember this. I spent the whole I spent like one whole night and one whole day walking around on my ankle, just like I was like, oh man, it really hurts, like, and not knowing that I had sprained it, you know what I mean? It was like swollen and, so I ended up going to the ER and the guy was like, yeah, you sprained it, man. You really fucked it up, so. And he was saying like this is one of those cases where like the sprain is worse than what it would be like if it's broken. Like my ankle did like a full 360 and then came back and like I remember I tried jumping over like a full trampoline at Sky Zone, like like gapping it, and I fucked it up so bad.
Yeah, I mean one of the worst sprains I had was in Block Island.
That's what I always refer to when
Yeah.
I think of him spraining his ankle.
I was.
Oh well, okay, but then we have another story
Yeah,
that same day.
this
But
is-
We'll
yeah.
yeah.
So
I've never been.
I'll tell this.
So bad.
We'll go this summer.
Yeah.
Like we have to. It's so awesome.
Film an episode in there.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be genius.
Yeah.
But so anyway, we're at the hotel. We have there's like 8 of us. There's like 8 guys there. I mean, we went with like families and stuff like that. And we're in a hotel that we weren't supposed to be in because there were only supposed to be like 3 max people in the room, and we fit like 8 guys in like one room because it was just for the night. But we're going down to the beach. It was the hotel right on the beach. Ballard, shout out. And so I'm at the top of the staircase. It's all tile staircase and everything like that, and it's wet up there. And I slipped like 6 steps up, and I just launched myself, and I landed right on my ankle. Like my ankle landed sideways, and I thought I broke it.
Yeah.
And so like 5 people run up to me, mostly management, telling me not to sue. And they run up to me, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, they're like, oh my god, are you okay?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
need to like fill out any paperwork? And I'm like, what? I'm 15.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, everyone back up because I've already sprained my ankle so many times at that point, and I just
It wasn't 15. It was like
I was like 16, 17 maybe.
I was in college, so.
Oh, so I was like 17.
You
I
were
was
like
17.
18.
No, I was 17. I was turning 18 that summer. I was I can't remember which time, but I was because I was turning 18 in August, so I was 17, and I'm like everyone like moved back, and I just stuck my ankle out, and I just started rotating it a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I didn't break it, I'm fine. I'm not gonna sue anyone. Like,
Yeah.
where do I even start with that? So I have to go tell because our parents weren't on the trip, so I had to go tell like the people like that we were with, and they were on the beach, and so like I try walking, and I can like kind of move, but as soon as I touch the sand, because you have no balance on the sand,
Right.
as soon as I touched the sand, I just fell back down,
Yeah.
and I'm like, so I hopped on the beach over, and I'm like, I just sprained my ankle. I'm like, I don't know what to do because I can't tell them what room we're in, and they can't come check on us because there's too many people. There's 8 people in one room. Like, we can't be doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just need Tylenol. I just need water, and I'm just going to retire myself for the majority of the week. Halfway through the week, I'm like, okay, we're going to go to this other dock, but we all have to take bikes. And I'm like, Joe, I have a sprained ankle. Let me take the bike. And we were fighting over the bike. And then
So I ended up with the bike, and this is karma because I was just riding. The thing is that the wheel was broken, like it was just like shifting, but I didn't really think anything of it. But the brakes didn't work that much either.
Yeah.
So I'm going down a hill, and I'm the last person in line. Yeah, I'm the last person in line because there's like a trail of like six people on bikes, and I reached the end of the hill, and I just remember the wheel just popped off, and I remember watching it. Watching it fly into the, it just flew into the fence. So I'm watching this happen, and Travis Scott "Butterfly Effect" was playing on my speaker. That was
For the life I can.
yeah, no, exactly. And so I remember listening to that and the wheel hitting the fence. Like probably.
was it like all slow motion? Too?
Yeah, everything was in slow motion because I remember watching it and it hit the fence as I'm going down. And
like, can I just point? I'm sorry, I'll just. Joe was the last person. Like, it's not like this was in the front. Cole was all the way.
Thankfully, I was the last person. Also, there would be like a bunch of people toppling over me.
Yeah.
But I didn't let go of the handlebars, and you can tell by the scars that I have on my hands. But
You still have them?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell that I didn't.
I
You can't really tell on this side.
Yeah, I can see them though. Wow.
But yeah, so I never let go of the handlebars, and I remember just like sliding too. So I sweet like candy can. And thankfully there was this father son that were walking the other way, and they like saw the whole thing happen. And also there were cars that were like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I was embarrassed. Thankfully, our friend Max also like heard me just like
everyone else went.
Yeah.
And mind you, me and our friend Dean are running back
on a sprained ankle.
on a sprained ankle because he wanted to take the bike.
Right.
Oh,
So-
you guys were a mess.
You would have toppled down the hill.
Yeah, exactly. So
You're welcome.
That's what
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying because
He
the one on
saved
the.
you, and
I'm the
you're
one on
over
the
here saying that's what you get.
I had to run 2 miles on a sprained ankle.
You could have ended up in the ER like I did.
yeah.
We left me and Dean left like 5-10 minutes earlier, and we took like a different path to get back. So when we got back to the beach, because we were all gonna meet back at Ballard's.
Yeah,
when
we
we
were.
got back to the beach, we were kind of like, oh, whatever. Like, they probably just went back to the hotel. And I get a call from Tyler, and they're like, where are you? And I'm like, we're at the beach. Why? Like, come on, come over. And like, nah, like Joe fell off his bike, and I'm like, what? I'm like, yes. I'm like, wait, what do you mean he fell off his bike? He's like, yeah, he face planted and slid his face on. So then
Peter
That's
loosened
accurate.
the bolt the day before.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get it. No, but I actually have a photo of you, and you like.
Yeah, I have many photos of myself.
Can we show that one over here?
Yeah. So, anyway, so yeah, and I get back, and then we go to the ER. And, like, we call our parents, and mind you, I just told them I basically broke my ankle, and they're like, you guys got to stop going to Block Island.
Yeah,
Like, it's just getting, but, yeah. Anyway, let's wrap it up for the day. So, and we'll see you next time. All right.
Gnarly stretch.
All right. So follow us on all social medias. At the Easily Distracted Podcast on Instagram, at Easily Distracted Podcast on TikTok, at eDistractedPod on Twitter.
Follow us on all social medias.
The email is at easilydistractedpod@gmail.com. If you guys have a nonprofit you want us to talk about, please email us. You can DM us on Instagram. You can DM me personally. You can DM Cole.
Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you guys.
Easily distracted.
Dibs.
Yeah.